Okay, let's get nuts, okay? 6 crazy blockbuster trade proposals for next Monday's MLB trade deadline. Okay, I've seen any of my videos recently. I've done my MLB trade deadline predictions. It's in the description down below. Make sure you check it out if you haven't yet done so. You're gonna find some pretty good trades in there. Okay, but I want to go over 6 trades today that I think can actually benefit both sides. Some of you might think I need to go to a mental institution. Some of you might think it's a smart proposal. Some of you might have proposals of your own. And if you do, put them in the comments down below because I want to know what you think. Okay, and I respond to everybody. I love having dialogue. You guys and gals make this channel better, and I want to keep doing stuff like this. Okay. So by the way, this is your first time here to this channel. Welcome. I hope you enjoy this stuff. And you're a baseball fan, you like videos like this, hit that subscribe button and take a look at the videos that I put out already. At the very least, take a look at the ones in the description. I always put extra videos in the description. And if you don't want to miss good ones coming forward, hit that bell next to it so you don't. And even if you don't plan on subscribing, please hit the thumbs up for any video that you do watch. It's really, really helpful to the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. With that, let's have some fun. Okay? Number 1, the Toronto Blue Jays send Jordan Crochens, their number 3 prospect, who's a shortstop. Gabriel Moreno, their number 8, who's a catcher, to the Los Angeles Angels. For Chris Rodriguez, who's their number 7 prospect, a right-handed pitcher. And, oh yeah, Dylan Bundy. Okay, yes. Okay, he was traded to the Angels. He's pitching like a number 1 right now, and unfortunately, the Angels stink. So this is an opportunity to maybe send him somewhere and get some prospect capital back for him. And getting 2 decent prospects here, you're getting a top 5 and a top 10 at positions as well. That might give them some depth, okay? And their farm needs a little bit of an upgrade anyway. This is an opportunity to do that and get something back in return for Dylan Bundy, okay? And while sending them a prospect too, all right? Again, he's pitching great, but it doesn't make sense to keep him around if you're not contending. And for guys like that, I mean, the only one he has on that team has got way more trade value is obviously Mike Trout, and there's no way to send him anywhere. So I think this is a good trade. Number 2. This one's a good one too. The Chicago Cubs send their current second baseman, Jason Kipnis, Brennan Davis, who's their number 2 prospect, an outfielder, and Ed Howard, who's their number 4 prospect, a shortstop. And they already have a shortstop in Baez. To the Kansas City Royals, and they get Trevor Rosenthal, a reliever, in return, who they need. They need a reliever, and Whit Merrifield, one of the best second basemen in baseball. I'm not saying Kipnis isn't good; he's good, but Merrifield's one of the best. So this is a clear upgrade, okay? To not only to the lineup, but to the team overall. And he's got a couple of years of control left in his contract. So at a very, very, very affordable rate, he would be a really good addition to that Cubs lineup, okay? So would Trevor Rosenthal. They need another reliever, okay? That's number 2. Number 3, I actually like this trade. Boston Red Sox, they send Mitch Moreland, and obviously Boston stinks, so I think it's a good time to unload some guys so they can get some value back for. They're going to send Mitch Moreland, the first baseman, and Matt Barnes, a relief pitcher, one of their best ones, to the Miami Marlins, okay? For J.J. Bleday, who's their number 2 prospect and outfielder, Edward Cabrera, their number 6, a right-handed pitcher, and Lewin Diaz, who's their number 8 prospect, who's a first baseman. This is an opportunity to get some prospects back into Boston's system. Their farm stinks because they gave up so many guys for Chris Sale and some of these other trades that they recently made. This is an opportunity to reboost their farm system with some prospect capital, and at the same time give Miami Marlins a boost with some major league players. And they're not free agents until 2022, so they have a year and a half out of both of them. But since they're such a young team, having some good veterans over there to help stabilize the pitching side and the offensive side, and Moreland's tearing the cover off the ball this year, this would be a trade that would really, really benefit both teams. Okay, I think it's a good trade, and I think it's pretty bold too. Number 4, Minnesota Twins. They send Jordan Bilazovic, their number 3 prospect, who's a right-handed pitcher, and Trevor Larnach, who's their number 4 prospect and outfielder, and Keone Cavaco, the number 6 prospect, a shortstop. Okay, sending 3 prospects, 3 top 6 prospects to the Kansas City Royals for Jorge Soler. Again, on the second trade for Kansas City. I think they're going to be busy. I think they should be busy, I should say, this offseason. Every year they have really young guys. They have some good, solid players like Merrifield and Soler, and unfortunately they're on a team that's just not contending. So now's an opportunity for them to really, really revitalize that franchise and put a bunch of prospect capital back into their system by offloading some of these players. Yeah, it'll be sad to see them, but it'll also be great. He'll be a great addition to Minnesota, who unfortunately, even with all the additions that they've made, their offense is not where a lot of people think it should be. And I think Soler would be a perfect addition to that offense. Okay, I think he'd be a really, really good addition. So that's number 4. I'm kneeling down now because gotta get down here low. So number 5, the New York Yankees, my Yankees. They're gonna send Miguel Andujar, who's their all position player, utility. Luis Gil, their number 4 prospect, a right-handed pitcher, and Estevan Florial, their number 5 prospect, an outfielder, to Kansas City, the busy team, for 2 guys. Okay, different color. For Greg Holland, reliever, okay, and Danny Duffy, starter. He has a couple years of control left. Holland's going to be a free agent, a 1-year deal, but the Yankees need pitching right now. Too many injuries. They need a starter and a reliever. They're getting decimated. It can't just be Garrett Cole and everybody else. Okay, Tanaka hasn't thrown more than 70 pitches in a start. Still rebuilding back. We're already down several pitchers. So Holland would be a good addition to the bullpen, and Danny Duffy would give us some more veteran stability in the rotation. And at the same time, sending Andujar, who can replace some of the offense lost with Soler and with Merrifield. Okay, some, not all, obviously. And give him some 2 top 5 prospects. And again, add those 2 with these 3 and those. You're talking 6, 7, 8 prospects of top 5 prospects, top 10 prospects back to the Kansas City system. Okay, that's a boost to their farm that they need. Okay, so this trade I like. I thought of other trades with Cleveland or with Cincinnati for Trevor Bauer, Mike Clevenger, Lindor. Would I love that if it happened? Yes, but they're going to have to give up half the farm. Okay, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I would rather not do that, particularly since Lindor, if they traded for Lindor, you're going to have to give him $250, $300 million next year. We already have multiple guys that make in that ballpark. So, and we have Gleyber Torres, and we have Gio Urshela, we have DJ LeMahieu, who I hope they resign. We've got a lot of guys already. Mike Ford, Voigt, we have a bunch of these guys. We have a lot of depth in the infield. Tyler Wade, utility. So, as much as I would love to have Lindor, he's not necessary. Would I love to have Clevenger or even Bieber or Plesac? Yeah. If they could do one of those guys, I'd be happy. But speaking of Cleveland, let's get to the number 6 trade. Okay, here's the whopper. The Los Angeles Dodgers. They're going to send Josiah Gray, their number 3 prospect, the right-handed pitcher. Jock Peterson, one of their stud outfielders in the major league level. Keibert Ruiz, their number 4 prospect, the catcher. And Jacob Amaya, their number 12, who's a second base and a shortstop. So 2 top 5s, number 12 prospect, and Jock Peterson. And it still might not be enough to the Cleveland Indians, okay, for Mike Clevenger. So I kind of teased it already. And Francisco Lindor. That would be a crazy trade. Crazy, okay? And again, it might not be enough. But think about it, too. They got Mookie Betts, who's all world right now. You add Lindor to that lineup, and you're going to just put him into the next stratosphere. But the reason why I say Clevenger or one of these other starters is because even in the Mookie David Price trade, solid trade, but David Price opted out this year. They're starter down. They've got Kershaw, and they've got May, and they've got Buehler, and all these guys. They could always use another starter. And this guy is one of the top ones, okay? That trade would be a blockbuster of epic proportions. And again, I still don't think the Dodgers would be giving up enough for these 2 guys. So, let me know what you think of this. If you enjoyed this, please hit the thumbs up. Again, submit proposals of your own in the comments down below. I want to know what they are. Let's have some dialogue, okay? And I'm going to keep putting out videos like this, so make sure if you subscribe to hit that bell next to it so you don't miss them, all right? With that, I will talk to you next time.